Today, I'm going to share with you 6 things that your OBGYN is not telling you about that you need to know. Today, I'm sharing with you one extremely impactful information-filled slides from my Female Hormone Mastery Workshop. This workshop covers everything. If you've been dealing with hormonal imbalances, my Hormone Mastery Workshop is definitely meant for you. This particular slide or topic is really one of over 50 specific slides, but I want to share with you because I think there are so many of us who need to know this information. So the first critical piece of information your OBGYN is not sharing with you is that pills and pellets can actually further exacerbate hormone imbalance. This imbalance can occur when you are cycling, and it can also occur when you get off of the pills or stop using the pellets for your hormone replacement therapies. The reason why pills and pellets create more hormonal imbalance is because they deliver artificial hormones to your body, and that alone kicks off a whole hormone cascade that causes imbalance and disruption in your own body's synthesis and manufacturing of hormones. It's not uncommon when you stop with the pill or the pellet therapies that you'll experience an even worsening situation than before you had the pills or the pellets. The second thing I know your OBGYN is not discussing with you, especially if you have ovarian cysts, is that the cause of your ovarian cysts comes from both thyroid and adrenal imbalances. That is really crazy because there are so many women that experience cysts throughout all phases of their cycling lives. It's really common as teenagers as the hormones are getting balanced out, and it's also very common for women even postmenopausal. So thyroid and adrenal glands need love to reduce the presence of ovarian cysts. The third thing I can surely bet you've never heard your OBGYN tell you is that fibroids in your uterus and fibroids in your breast are signs of liver and estrogen toxicity. Our bodies have the natural capacity to detox out and metabolize out excesses in estrogen and an assortment of other hormones and chemicals within our body. When we are showing signs of excesses of estrogen, i.e. fibroids, in our breast tissue or our uterine tissue, it's a sure sign that you have excesses of estrogen. If you're curious about the signs behind excess estrogen, I'm going to post right there a video that I posted in January for our Female January Hormone Health series. Segueing for number 3, the fourth thing that your doctor is not telling you about breast cysts and breast fibroids is that they are due to iodine deficiency and lymphatic congestion. As a lymphatic therapist, I cannot tell you how many OBGYNs are not pressing their patients to do lymphatic promotive work that clears excesses of toxins and breast cells that have died. We actually have an apoptosis of our breast cells every month when you're cycling, which is something I highlight in my Booby Care course. If you're curious about learning more about breast health, I'd recommend that course. But most importantly, they're not talking about nourishing the cells and the tissue of your breast. Our breast cells have iodine receptivity, they have thyroid hormone receptivity, and they can be toxic storage sites. The amount of fat cells that we contain in our breast tissue makes them like little mini container stores that are storing a lot of toxic debris, chemical toxicity. If you're using deodorants that have antiperspirants and chemicals and heavy metals, maybe in your dental work, our breasts are storing those toxins. So promoting the lymphatic system, the lymphatic flow of your breast tissue is critical for healthy breast tissue. Lymphatic health is one of my main specialties. I'm a certified lymphatic therapist. I specialize in working with lymphedema patients, and I also specialize in breast care, precancerous states, as well as post-cancer and cancer surgical recovery when it comes to breast changes, breast tissue biopsies, and mastectomies. That is a huge part of my focus as a naturopath and a lymphatic therapist. So ladies, make sure you are promoting the lymphatics of your breasts, and make sure you're consuming foods that are rich in iodine, like different seaweeds, kelp and dulse, and even I love to recommend the little kelp flakes as a salt alternative. Those are very nourishing to your breast tissue. The fifth thing that your doctor is not telling you, and I know this firsthand because I suffer from this, is that PCOS is an inflammatory disorder. It is not just about your insulin or glucose levels or insulin resistance. And it's also not just about the quantity of cysts that might be present on your ovaries, which, by the way, you don't have to have cysts to be diagnosed with PCOS. That's a misnomer. But it is an indication of systemic inflammation within your body. And your body and hormonal inflammation specifically is something you need to harness to tame PCOS. And the last and final, number 6, is that if you experience endometriosis, that's a sign of autoimmunity, that you have an autoimmune dysfunction. I know this is something that isn't being deeply discussed by a lot of doctors. Most of the time, they're going to recommend a pill or even surgical routes to address your endometrial tissue. And by the way, this tissue can be present in anywhere in the body. We see it in the brain, in the nose, in the breast tissue, on your bladder, attached to your small and large intestines. It can be quite pervasive for a lot of ladies. And because of that, some of the laparoscopic surgeries that women are conducting to minimize the endometrial tissue, it doesn't resolve everything. And that is why at the end of the day, for you to address endometriosis, it requires you to take an approach in balancing your immune system and calming the autoimmunity, which is generally an inflammatory state of your cellular tissue. That, I guarantee, you haven't heard before. So, question of the day, ladies. Is your mind blown from some of these details? I really hope you found this helpful. And if you did find this mind-blowing and extremely helpful, I'm going to invite you into my Hormone Mastery Workshop. This is now an on-demand workshop that you have access to. So there's a link down below. It covers an hour-long workshop. We went live with it yesterday. You'll get access to this extensive, extremely potent, extremely powerful, informative, and comprehensive assessment of the whole hormone structure that you need to address and balance and nourish to create optimal hormone balance. So ladies, I hope you found this helpful. I am so grateful for you taking time to watch today's video, and I hope you have a great day. And stay tuned for Tuesday's video. I'm gonna be sharing with you an amazing tool, at-home tool, that will help clear sinus congestion, clear clogged ears, plugged ears, and overall support your upper respiratory health. I can't wait to see you on Tuesday.